Oh ho ho. It is the man. Which man? Batman. Oh. Ethan and I are writing a cozy mystery, and one of the characters is going to be named Carl Batman. We don't know where he'll show up in the story, but it will happen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Probably be clearing my throat a little bit. Still on the tail end of a sickness here, purging all the stuff. My eye is a little jacked up. I don't know why. I don't think it's pink eye, but you never know. First time streaming on Saturday for like 3 weeks, dude. It's good to be back, even though I'm not completely here, but I'm mostly here. Apologize for everything. Today we are going to look back on the past Way of the future. The way of the future. So, let's go over here. There you go. Could also start over here. That also works. Does this still work if it's not the active window? It looks like it does. Good. Good. Wait a little bit. Wait for people to trickle in. I need to open up my thing here anyway. My thumbnails for my videos, so I know which one comes next. We are on reaction number 106 out of 206. I think what I'll do is I'll go up through 2022. I don't know what the last album is I did in 2022. Let me look. Just so I can kind of remember where the end point is. So Sonic Youth. Daydream Nation was February. Okay, we got all the David Bowie stuff. Pixie Surfer Rosa, what about that? That was July. I haven't done a whole lot of reactions in 2023. I really slowed down. Murmur? Murmur was 10 months ago. That's probably closer. That's October. I don't know. I'll figure it out. How's everyone doing? How is everyone freaking doing? Maybe I'll stop like with The Cure. Because that's like early 2022, and then like 2023 I can pick up on. Beginning of 2024 I can reflect on 2022. Something like that. Probably won't have as many viewers today. Might have more people watching the VOD after the fact. If so, hello everyone in the comments. Because this is an early stream. I had to do early because scheduling's a little crazy today. My wife is sick, but she is on a parade float right now, and she's going to be very tired when she gets home. So I'm like, I'm going to stream while you're gone so I can help you when you're home. So that's what we're doing, baby. Okay. Where is it? There we go. Good. Good. Okay, so we're picking back up. So we ended off last time with Mezzanine, and now we are going to Wowie Zowie, which is, you know, a certified hood classic, if you will. Okay, let me turn this off. Get rid of that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. I want to go over here. I'm over here now. So yeah, the Pavement Binge. We did the first two albums really early on the channel. And then we went back and kind of finished them up. Really fond of some of the stuff on Brighten the Corners and Terror Twilight. They got a little less weird, which I respect the weird. I do really respect the weird. But I have a softer spot for tracks like Major Leagues, Spit on a Stranger, Harness Your Hopes, Shady Lane, Starlings of the Slipstream, if you will. Just good stuff. Really nice stuff. Apparently I rated all the tracks on here. Oh yeah, because we were doing the Pavement discussions, weren't we? So these are my ratings for the Pavement tracks here. I like We Dance. Grounded is pretty solid. Motion Suggests. Let's listen to some of these again. I love the I have to lower this a little bit. I love this piano.
There is no castration fear. Will be
This is a fantastic track. Rattled by the Rush. These are just not my type of pavement tracks, honestly. Blackout. Brink's Job I'm not super into. It's amusing though. And of course Grounded, classic. Serpentine Pad. I don't remember Motion Suggests all that well. Oh, is this like the slinky one? I kind of remember this a bit. I went through all of these tracks again to like rate them for the discussion that we never finished. You're starting to get the country vibes as well. I mean, you had Range Life before, but like it starts to show up a bit more here. Best Friend's Arm. Grave Architecture I come back to every now and then. I really like Grave Architecture. Come on in. 'T. Fight This Generation I liked. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember this. Then the different part here. Man, Pavement and Built to Spill. They knew how to do those indie rock melodies. Pueblo. I had this song stuck in my head for a while after I first heard it. Yeah, Wowie Zowie's not like necessarily a favorite because there's just a lot. There's a lot on here, and I don't like half of it. But there's probably like 5 or 6 tracks here that I really dig, really enjoy. So we go into Brighten the Corners next. Certified Hood classic right here. This is nice. This is nice. It's not amazing. I didn't rate the tracks here. Stereo, of course.
The chief see us wave to the camera. It took a giant ramrod to raise the demon settlement.
Not bad, but it's no Shady Lane. Love these types of tracks. shady lane.
Everybody needs one. Oh my God,
I don't remember some of these other ones.
find your way out. You couldn't teach me to love.
I feel like the songwriting is still as good on these last two albums.
Praise the grand
They're just a little more focused and simple, so it's more to my taste. I wouldn't necessarily say they're better. I just don't think they're worse than the first, like, three. This is when we start to get some of the good Nastanovich tracks, right? Interesting that this album is bolded on Rate Your Music, but not Terror Twilight. Very pleasant, very approachable.
Cheeks have lost their luster.
Oh yeah, I remember this one a bit. We are underused.
Drink a toast, it's the most I can stand to cry about the mental energy you wasted. Let's drink a toast to all those who are.
Shake your butt. A little more dramatic here. Love this one.
They're robbing the sky highs. Slip, stream of starlings in the slip, stream of starlings in the slip, stream of.
Great stuff. And then Finn is a great way to close it out. Always love a nice snare march as well.
I trust you will tell me if.
And then you got the Harness Your Hopes B-side on here.
Harness your hopes on just one person, because you know a harness was only made.
Then you
for
go up.
one. Don't telegraph your passes, you'll end
Come
up
on.
with molasses, cauterizing syrup and syrup and molasses. And I'm checking out the assets that attract us to anything that moves. We're deep inside the
Is it like he had such a good grasp on melody, but he also made you work for it, you know? You couldn't just like be like, oh, it's just like pop orgasm all the time. It's like, no, sometimes it's a little weird, a little off, and then you break into a nice pop motif that is just sexy. I assume we go right into Terror Twilight. We do. Spit on a Stranger, opening track here. One of the better tracks on here for sure. Man, I don't remember most of these.
whatever awaits, whatever you need, however so.
Man, can't I spell? The acoustic spit on a stranger. The acoustic one he did right here. Takeaway show.
It's not my guitar, so I'm not as good on it. Don't give away my secrets. Just kidding.
However you feel, whatever it takes, whenever it's real, whatever awaits me, whatever you need, however so slight, whenever it's real, whenever it's right. I've been thinking long and hard about the things you said to me. Like a bitter stranger, but now I've seen the long, the short, the middle, and what's in between. I could spit on a stranger, pull me out. You're a bitter stranger, pull me out.
Good stuff, man. Solid track. Probably the better one on the album. Although I'm really fond of Major Leagues. How can you not like that, man? Folk jam. You Are a Light. I kind of recall this. Definitely a softer album. Cream of Gold. Platform Blues. Ah. I can see why people don't like this album as much. I don't see much wrong with it.
Take us out, throw us down, shove us out, we get down so hard.
It's more straightforward than Brighten the Corners for sure.
But your vulgar display
Not bad though.
ties means you ought to have a second chance. And hurricanes spin like a suit of fortune tell. What could he do?
This is kind of a problem I have with people who talk about albums. And I know it's hard. But like the albums that are not as notable but still decent. Like when I was going through REM, for example, I was like, do I need to do Green and Out of Time? Because like they're not bolded. They have kind of mixed reviews here and there. Like, should I do it? Also, should I include Monster? I didn't know. But I'm glad that I did Green and Out of Time because there are tracks on these albums that I like quite a lot. I think Green is pretty solid, all things considered. I like Green more than Fables, that's for sure. I probably like Out of Time more than Fables as well, overall. But yeah, that's just like, how do you, but like, but there are some albums that are just kind of like, you don't need to listen to them. Like they're not going to give you a whole lot. Like this one, I didn't necessarily need to listen to this album. But I'm glad I did because I found a couple tracks on it that I really like. Some of my favorite Pavement tracks, Spit on a Stranger in Major Leagues. But I don't know. It's a complicated thing. Because it's that weird gray area of music recommendation where it's like, okay, it's not, you know, you got to listen to Murmur. You got to listen to Automatic for the People. Those are obvious. You definitely shouldn't probably listen to the new stuff. It's not going to be as worth your time. There might be tracks in there that are good, but it's not going to be as worth your time. But the middle gray area of like Monster, Green, and Out of Time, it's like, those are harder to recommend because, like, yes, there are some duds in there compared to other albums, but I don't know. Weird tangent aside. Carrot Rope, I forgot about this.
Simmer, simmer, simmer down. Simmer, simmer, simmer down.
Yeah, not as good as good overall as Bright in the Corners, I would say. Not as interesting, but it's a fine album. It is perfectly fine. It doesn't stand out, but does it need to? I don't know. What do my friends think? I see kind of a general, what's the 3.5? Seems about right. Seems about right. I'm fine with that. All right. Cool. Well, that's it for that one. What came next? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What an album. I'm so glad I listened to this. And I got to go back and do Edgy Bemyasi. How do you say that? I don't know, but man, this I might need to be careful playing this one because it could get the stream taken down after the fact. Paper House, if I recall, is my least favorite. The production is really bad on this song for some reason. Super thin and just not, I don't know, not that good. So here are my thoughts on this. But man, what an album. What an album. This thing is it's so unique too. Like just thinking back to like Bring Me Coffee or Tea, it sticks in your head. It's like, oh, that's a spicy one. It's just not that remarkable to me. But then Mushroom. Super minimal. Suzuki's vocals. Just really compelling stuff. And of course, freaking Jockey on the drums, dude. Oh yeah. No pun intended. I remember this one. Now here's Krautrock for you, baby. Of course, Hallelujah. Honestly, not my favorite on the album. It's cool. It's impressive. I like how so part of my problem with like experimental music is hey David, good to see you. Part of my problem with experimental music is sometimes it's like hard to listen to on purpose. Um where it's like I'm listening to it and I like the amount of uncomfortable I feel is dwarfing the enjoyment I'm getting from soaking in the music. But Tago Mago found like a really nice balance and middle ground between that because like it's definitely uncomfortable. Um it has this kind of nervous energy to it. It's certainly off kilter. It's I wouldn't say unpleasant. It's it's anxious, I guess is the right way to put it. Um but that doesn't stop you from like soaking in the really nice compositions and really great playing from a lot of the musicians, especially Jockey. um, but I've come across so much experimental music where it's just like the amount of discomfort I'm feeling is making it to where I can't enjoy the music or I can't like get into it as much. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a normie, but Certified Hood Classic. Here's a good one though. I think in the reaction I said this is what David Lynch hears when he opens up his fridge. This is a ridiculous track, but there's something charming about it to me. All of the reverb and delay and of course Jockey goes nuts. Boom, boom, boom. Peking O. I love the way the album winds down too. Because it comes down in I don't know, because I'd say that like Hallelujah and Umgun are kind of like climaxes, and then it still maintains its like nervous energy. Uh, but it's a weird. It somehow manages to come down. I don't know how to describe it. These are more like soundscapey. This one is nuts. Really like this one as an outro. Yeah, Suzuki's vocals just put it into a different stratosphere. Yeah, this was a cool album. It was a fun reaction too. Like I was a little concerned because the krautrock I had heard before was like honestly, to be completely honest, I think I had heard Hallow Gallow first and I was really underwhelmed by it. I thought it was like too skeletal, not extremely interesting, especially for its length. I didn't completely write off New or anything like that, but I was just like, krautrock, whatever. But then I heard this, I'm like, I get it. I get it. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. What was the next one I did? So the next album, we getting into Modest Mouse. Finally, this is when I started doing the unedited reactions. If only I had kept the. I remember being like, oh, if only I had kept the files for Tago Mago, I could have done that as an unedited reaction too. But it wasn't until like around here or like here that I actually like decided to do that. I just still had the files for like this one and then this one. Modest Mouse. These first 3 albums, really solid work. Really solid work. Let's see. Modest Modowski. This is a long drive. I was pleasantly surprised by this album. I was a little concerned at its running time. I'm like, am I going to enjoy this? But because it was a long drive, but it works pretty well as like a full concept album that's kind of long. Definitely has those more like progressive, long form, post rock motifs that is not as present on this. I think it's often thought about like, oh, this is a long drive is kind of like a big long prologue lead up journey, and this is the arrival here, which I think makes a lot of sense. And then from there, you take a rocket ship into space, and then you get this, and you land in the Arctic or something. I don't know. But yeah, these first and building nothing out of something. These first few Modest Mouse reactions were nice. Dramamine, classic. Classic Midwest kind of emo riff here. Breakthrough. All of these songs, I kind of remember. My apologies. Even though like I haven't listened to these in a long time. Although it's getting to be fall. Perfect Modest Mouse weather. Custom Concern I remember liking quite a bit. Oh yeah, the early Modest Mouse. This is good stuff. I liked it more than I thought I would. Because I was never super into Modest Mouse. This first album's a little rougher. It's not as consistent quality-wise, but all the songs are interesting. Definitely takes you on a journey. Beachside Property. This is a good one. Oh yeah, his yell. Where is it? Come on. Oh yeah, this has Tundra/Desert on it, which is one of my favorite Modest Mouse songs. Good phrasing on these songs. They go in and out of different motifs. A lot of them are fairly long. This is kind of a come down track here. The middle of the album kind of sags in terms of like energy, which I guess makes sense. Head south. There's more aggression on this than Lonesome Crowded West, I would say. It's a super anxious song. So yeah, this is a great song. I love the acceleration later on. Where is it? The whammy capabilities of Isaac Brock. Love it. Ohio. Another kind of lull. I remember liking Make Everyone Happy. Solid album, all things considered. Very melancholy. Space travel is boring. Fine. But I assume yeah, Lonesome Crowded is next. This is good stuff. One of the best albums of the 90s, I would say. I really dug this. They just dropped a hype album a long time coming. Ewell? I've never heard of Ewell. How do you say it? Did I spell that right? I spelled that wrong. Is this what you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what Soft Scars is the album that just dropped. Okay. All right. This. No. Noisy dream pop stuff. Interesting. Serotonin. Some house stuff. House and glitch pop stuff. Interesting. No, never heard of them. Convenient. We have another lounge on here. The melodies are better on this album. Have you heard this album yet? Hold on, this one, After the Magic. This is pretty good. Very noisy, shoegazy dream pop stuff. It's pretty good. Comes recommended. I think it was like a Korean band, Japanese band. So caught up with things we should for each other. Sorry, I just closed it. After the Magic, was that what it was? It came out this year. After the Magic, yeah, Korean. If you look up After the Magic on Spotify, you'll find it. But pretty solid. Yeah. Doing the Cockroach. Cowboy Dan. Lots of good storytelling on this album. Trailer Trash is a really nice one. Out of Gas is a favorite. The storytelling is much more focused on here. All of the songs are interesting. This is the punky one. Trucker's Atlas. This is a long one. It's just a big like drum kind of track. Start at the northwest corner, go down through California, beeline you. Polar Opposites. One of the more straightforward tracks on here, actually. My favorite track, one of my favorite Modest Mouse tracks. Fantastic. Love it. And then great outro. And good to see you. Nice profile picture. It's just a well put together indie rock album. Like, you can just see like the focus, attention to detail, quality everywhere, good playing. Just it fits the categories, you know. Good stuff. How many people got watching now? Just says one. It's probably lying. Okay. What came next? Was it we did Okay Human. I'm probably not gonna like go back and listen to this at all. These live reactions, because they're like up unedited on YouTube, I'm not gonna linger super long on these unless I think it's notable. Yeah, this one I kind of fell off a little bit on. All My Favorite Songs is okay. This was a decent album, but everyone kind of forgot about it. I do like Numbers. For the most part, though, like a lot of these songs aren't super notable. The orchestration is nice and lush, but like the compositions, they don't really do it for me. And then we went through and did the early Sweet Trip, which was okay. I didn't like it as much as, say, You Will Never Know Why, but these were cool tracks. Kind of chilled out. That is very true. Very true. People love them some Sweet Trip. It's fine. Definitely like a springboard into what they would do on VDC. Man, people freaking love this album, don't they? I don't fully understand why, but I kind of get it. I love when they mix in like reverby acoustic guitar. I love reverby acoustic guitar. I cannot get enough of it. That's why all my songs have reverby acoustic guitar. I need to make some kind of like super washed out, dreamy, shoegazy, delayed acoustic guitar song. Just like super simple chords, but just let the effects make it like a soundscape. Luminex, good to see you. Hope everyone's doing well. Glad everyone's able to be here for an early stream. Yeah, this album, it doesn't stand out, but like it's not bad. Some tracks are better than others. I feel like I liked Jelly Charm, did I? Also, I just gotta respect any kind of like electronic music made before like 2010. Because it seems really hard to do. But that's just me. Yeah, it's a fine album. It's okay. Nothing necessarily crazy to write home about. Let me just quickly cover Allura real quick. Because I covered this too. I don't remember which one I liked more. I want to say I liked Halika a bit more. This is definitely more beat oriented, I think. It's not as ambient. A little more Boards of Canada, which honestly is not my vibe. I've gone on long diatribes about why, like, these kind of, like, techno beats don't really do it for me. Techno IDM beats on, like, ambient tracks. They just clash for me. This ain't bad, though. Ah. Welcome to Sky Mall Resorts. Leave your soul at the door. You did not leave your soul at the door. Uh-oh. Into the meat grinder. Hamburgers for dinner, everybody. It's just fairly straightforward stuff here. But for people who like this kind of stuff, ooh. Yeah. Okay, so we take a step back and we go back to the Modest Mouse well. Whoops. This was a solid compilation. A few tracks I wasn't super into, but this was pretty good. Interstate 8, All Night Diner, Sleepwalking's probably my favorite Modest Mouse track, their cover of Sleepwalk. Love Interstate 8. Broke. Fine. I want to say Medication I wasn't super into. Alex G vibes. Honestly, indie rock, baby. Recently listened to all of Trick for the first time, which was very nice. Been meaning to do that for a while. I've heard all of Trick and all of Race. This one's okay, kind of long. David Lynch, second reference. This one's a lot of fun. Wait for You. I don't know if I've heard that.
Have I told you? Have I told you? Have I told you? Have I told you? You could really
Get it on.
get it on. Have I told you? Have I told you? Have I told you? Have I told you?
What is Wait for You? What is it from? It's a bonus track off of was it DSU? Waiting for You. Okay. Yeah, dude, I gotta get through his discography. I have yet to hear I mean there there are some Alex G songs where I'm like, ugh. Like I just really don't like it. But thankfully they're only like a minute and 15 seconds long. But oh, there's so many good ones. So many good ones.
They were standing in a row singing, please stood us out just. And it's harder as anything else.
Quality tracks on this thing, man. I just love this. It's like an original song, though. Just off of the skeleton of Sleepwalk. Love the doo-wop. Sucker for a doo-wop progression.
I fell in love and I needed a roadmap to find out where you lived. So excited though. Sleepwalking, 'cause I'm sleepwalking.
Who sings on that? Nicole Johnson. Oh yeah, sister of Calvin Johnson. Is that right? I remember Calvin Johnson like produced some of their stuff. Am I wrong on that? Wait, no, hold on. Sister? Is this the sister? I don't know. Contributed vocals to fair amount of stuff here, though. Yeah, isn't that cool? Isn't that just the coolest thing? Y'all like some beat happening? I gotta listen to this though. I've heard Godsend, which is a fantastic track. I've also heard, was it Indian Summer? I reacted to that on the channel. But yeah, that's a whole realm of like lo-fi I haven't dived into yet, but I am eager to. I know people like Jamboree has Indian Summer on it. Anyway, sidetracked. Not as into these other tracks on here. This is probably my least favorite one. Other People's Lives. It's another long one. That's the nice thing about compilations, though. You kind of just pick and choose since they're all scatterbrain anyway. That is true. That is true. Are Modest Mouse out of Seattle? Issaquah. That's right. Issaquah. Cool. Okay, so that's that. Ooh. Johnny. This is actually a good time for a break, though. So I will get this ready to go, and then I will take like a 5-7 minute break or something. Oh yeah, I can't listen to this. I can't listen to this on Spotify because Joni Mitchell is mad at Joe Rogan. Can I go on YouTube? I can't believe that Neil Young and Joni Mitchell are still like, no. No. Mitchell Blue. Probably got to be careful playing this one as well. Okay, boomer. Okay, old ass. All right, so that's ready to go. But I will be right back About 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining in on the stream. It's a bit early today, so I appreciate everyone being accommodating, and it's nice to be back streaming finally. So, yes, I will be right back. Oh no, it was like 10 minutes. I let you all down. At least my music is still on Spotify though. Because I don't care. I have more important things to do. Oh. 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 John Mitchell. Johnny. This was a good album. I liked it quite a bit. Her, what's the instrument she plays? Like the laying down, is it a mandolin? What is it? What does she play? I can't remember. I know she plays guitar. But what else? What is she? What the hell? Joni Mitchell with one L. She's so old. Hold on, I gotta find it. Brew. Dulcimer. It's a dulcimer. Yeah, like California. Got dulcimer on it, doesn't it? Yep. Great track, California, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to play a whole lot of this just because I have a feeling that it is... Oh, it's WMG. Okay, that's not as bad then. If it's Merlin or UMG... UMG? I think it's UMG. I'm screwed. Starts off pretty good with All I Want. Very pleasant song to open it up. Good stuff. Little Green. It's a super pleasant album. Carrie's my least favorite. No, This Flight Tonight is my least favorite. Carrie's okay. Blue is a really interesting track. Really good piano work on it. California's my favorite.
I'm gonna see the folks I dig.
I'll even kiss a sunset big. This is my least favorite one. Just don't really like the guitar playing a whole lot. Not my thing. River is beautiful. Very soft, sweet track. Good for Christmas. Case of You. Very solid. Right, Case of You and All I Want, very similar tracks. Kind of go hand in hand. Apparently everyone keeps replaying The Last Time I Saw Richard. It's a good album. Like, there's not really a bad song on it. Just because, like, This Flight Tonight is my least favorite, I don't think it's a bad track. It's just very unique, very beautiful, soft, comfortable, intimate. Solid stuff. Really solid stuff. Like it. Okay, what came after that? Ooh, we went back to Sweet Trip. I know this is on here. I know it. This album, I might get in trouble for this. I think this album is incredibly overrated. I don't get the adoration that this album has. Like, I get it with VDC, because VDC, Yeah, sorry, I have no time just here. Yeah, sorry, I had to start earlier today because of scheduling, but thanks for dropping in. Be sure to watch the video afterward if it doesn't get copyrighted. Um, I understand the appeal for this one because it's a very impressive feat of music production and composition. It's a very dense album and it has a lot of attention to detail on it. Oh my gosh, my wife is listening to music on Spotify now. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Unless does she know that I'm doing this? I don't know. I can just listen on YouTube. That's fine. If it's on YouTube. If not, I have some of these on my iTunes, I think actually. But um, this album, like I do think it's good. I do think it's good. Um, but like not all of the tracks are amazing. So I don't quite know here. On this one, you will never know why. Remastered full album. Baba Booey. What is the license? Orchard Music. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna close Spotify because my wife took it over, but that's okay. She's sick. I'm gonna give her a pass. Um, so on this one, huh? Air Supply is cool. Forever. See, the thing is, like, it's number one for 2009. And I look, and I'm like, there wasn't a lot in 2009 that was that notable. Like, you have some Brave Little Abacus, you have some Animal Collective, a lot of metal, oddly enough. But, like, you have this nice Toe album. Bill Callahan's here. It's like, is there anything that's, like, that great? Not really. It all kind of a ton of metal. And like so I realized like there's a Reliant K is at number 43. If that shows you anything about this year, it's just like it was not a good year for music. Apparently. I don't know. You had Fever Ray here, which I mean, notable, I guess. I don't know. Viper? But yeah, this is like number one, and I'm like, I guess so. I think it was just a bit of a dry year, kind of like 1986, right? 1986 had like no good albums come out, or was it 84 or 83? It was the year that Sister came out. Was that 83? 87. It was 87. Yeah, 87 was pretty dry as well. So you had all this stuff up here, but then it's just like nothing. You had a Depeche, you had a Swans, tons of metal, one Tom Waits in there. You had the Totoro soundtrack. Like, what a Strange Ways. Okay, that should probably be a bit higher, I would say. Got some David Sylvian replacements, Joshua Tree, Document. So it wasn't super dry, but like not a ton. Not a ton. But this being at number 2, I think is insane. That is not warranted at all. I don't know, maybe I just need to warm up to this. Do I need to listen to it more? Milk, I think, is fantastic. darkness. I remember the middle kind of being unremarkable. Uh-oh, we're back to Stereo Lab. It's a very eclectic album. It incorporates a lot of different like types of motif styles. I remember not liking these Song About a Sea and Song About a Sun a whole lot. I don't get the vibe of this album. I get the vibe of some songs. I think this is a good track. Very nice one. I think I like the ending. Got Pretending. My daughter likes this one for some reason. The tones are all over the place. Kind of. I don't know, this album just never grabbed me. I don't know why. This is a good track though. Love the climax. Is this the last song? This is an unlisted one. So technically Your World is Eternally Complete is the last one, and then this is an unlisted track. And these were like extra ones put on the remaster. Oh, I remember this. This is cool. Bit of a slow dive vibe, maybe? Whoops. This is something a little more akin to like their earlier stuff. This is a good one. They re-recorded this one. It's just good stuff. So yeah, I like Air Supply, Milk, No Words to Be Found, World is Eternally Complete, Silence, Things to Ponder While Falling. I really like those. The others I just don't really come back to. I don't know. They don't hold much appeal for me, and I can't really put my finger on why, and I might never know why. Ah, we are back. We bounce around. We go to and fro. This is a cool album. I honestly don't like it as much as the previous two. But it's good in its own kind of way. The Moon and Antarctica, is it on here? I need the whole album, please. Do we have the whole album, please? The whole thing? What is the whole thing? Just the playlist. It's going to have... Okay, whatever. Third Planet is a fantastic track. felt good. It was dripping pitch and made of wood. Good stuff. Gravity rides everything. All of the songs are notable and interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's just too long of an album, or it lacks a certain punch. But it just, I don't know. It's hard because I don't have like a ton of criticisms to say about it. But there's something about it's kind of like more. I don't know. It seems loftier. It's harder to empathize with, I think, is kind of the thing. There's plenty of good songs on it, though. It's like, it's not an album to turn your nose up at all. It still has good songwriting, good conceptual feel. Maybe it's just too cold. No pun intended. It's just a little too cold and distant. I would much rather listen to Lonesome Crowded West. I didn't rate the tracks on this, did I? The Stars Are Projectors is a solid one, though. Really cool, like, delay guitar. Why is it slowly zooming into the right side of the video? Wild Pack of Family Dogs. Paper Thin Walls is a favorite. I like Paper Thin Walls. I Came as a Rat.
I came as ice, I came as a whore, I came as advice that came too short. I came as
Life Like Weeds is another favorite too. It's a good album. Ever listen to the Satellite Skin compilation of theirs? Are they on it? Are they on? Wait. Satellite. There's a single. There's a single for Satellite Skin. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it an EP? I've heard some of these EPs are pretty good. It has spiders on the cover. This is probably what you're talking about, right? I have not heard this. I don't know any of these. What were they doing in 2009? That was after We Were Dead. Okay. I've heard this is good though. I need to get into some of these more obscure Modest Mouse tracks from their good days. But yeah, honestly, this I think I figured it out. This is a solid album, but it's just a bit too lofty and cold and distant for me to really dive into. I like the more intimate nature of the first two albums, and the compilation I think is kind of Oh, you're all good. It's all good. And then we get into the more poppy stuff. I forgot that they did this one. This was like late, like stuff that just kind of got released like later after the fact. We got good news. Good news. Looks like my wife is also home. For people who love the bad news. The whole album with these words underlined and this underlined. What? You have the horn intro, no one cares. World at Large is a nice opener. Some of your favorites are on that one, huh? I always forget about that. Yeah, Float On, of course, song that got them big, which is a good song. It is a good song. Ocean Breeze Salty is nice. Dig Your Grave. There's like weird like Tom Waits-esque tracks on here that are odd. There are good tracks on here though. Ones that I know stand out. Blame It on the Tetons. Great track.
Blame it on the Tetons. Yeah, I need a scapegoat now.
One Chance stands out as well. A little bit of a rocker. Hard to find the proper volume. Good Times Are Killing Me. Another good outro. They're good on their outros.
Need more sleep than coke or meth and
It's okay. It's an okay album. It suffers from like tonal inconsistency, but it some of the singles on it are perfectly acceptable. Good stuff. Not as good as the previous, but it's fine. It's fine. And then we went right into the next one, which honestly, since my wife is home, I can actually go to the We Were Dead. Go back to this. This album really tested my patience. I don't. They just started to lose the spice. They started to like lose what made them good. The son said hello. Interesting. Johnny Marr's presence is interesting. The aquatic theme is interesting. But there's a lot on here that is just boring and not interesting. Dashboard, the classic. Fire It Up. I like this one. But there's some on here.
There's no work in one cost. And a shit.
Getting very Pixies. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know why this album is so boring to me. Is it because it's boring? The melodies aren't as good. It's a little too long as well. I like Little Motel. Boring version of Doolittle. Sure. Tracks that are just too long. Oh, I remember this one. Sorry, I just realized that I didn't even have the Spotify thing turned on. Yes, I don't know. they started to lose the edge. It just went away. Where'd it go? Isaac, do you know? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Do I do I go back down this rabbit hole again? Like, how do I even like begin to skip it? Also, it's not technically on here. It's not on Spotify. So I guess I will skip it. Yeah, I mean, things to like, I gotta give a shout out to the Blimp and what's his name? What's the guy's name? Who was it? Jeff Cotton? Was it Jeff Cotton? Yes, Jeff Cotton. Antenna Jimmy Simmons. Apparently came out with an album last year. You want to listen to that? What is it? Let's listen to He Made the Eagle. Is it gonna sound like Trout Mask Replica? Does it work for you? He still kind of sounds like the Blimp.
Responsibility, gifts of light, spirit sources providing might.
This is garbage. Sorry, Jeff.
It would take an angel. Will it take an angel?
But you do you, bro. Oh, okay. Dodge that bullet. Oh, and now we're getting into The Cure. We're technically like almost done with these streams. We only have like one more probably to cover as far as I want to get up to. So with that in mind, honestly, maybe we'll just call it here because it's a good stopping point. We'll just start in with The Cure. What else do we have on here? Let's see. Let's go. So we got that. Oh yeah, Pressure Machine. I did that with Ethan. And then we go through a lot of The Cure. We got Coldplay in there, De La Soul, Pornography. Gonna cover the Once Twice Melody stuff. Hand on the Door, Kiss Me, Hex. And then this is probably where I'll end. Because it gets into Sonic Youth next, and that's at the beginning of last year. So that's probably where I'll leave it, honestly. But man, when is this album coming out? Robert, we want end song. We have plain song. We want end song, please. Disintegration is such a good album, isn't it? Man. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and call it there, everybody. We ended on a note. I don't know what kind of note, but it was a note. Good to be back. Good to be back streaming. You know, while I'm here, let me go ahead and just make the PJ Harvey reaction public. There we go. It's now public. You can see the PJ Harvey reaction on my channel. Rid of Me. And then a couple weeks from now, we're getting back into Talk, finishing that discography out. Good stuff on the horizon, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Hope you all had a nice time. Thanks for the discussion in that little chat box over there. Yeah, that's all I got. So, until next time, everyone. Thank you. Take care, and Godspeed.